It's a beautiful day outside, and so I thought I would record this edition of Monday Matters in the church's backyard. Here's a little bit of what you missed yesterday and what's coming up in the month ahead. I hope you enjoy this edition of Monday Matters. Yesterday we talked about remembering the Sabbath, which can be hard to do in our over-structured, over-scheduled culture that we live in. We don't want to be labeled as lazy or boring because we don't have something scheduled for every hour of every day. We always have to be fulfilling a task or a responsibility so that people know that we are important. But don't we also have a responsibility to spend more than just 1 hour on Sunday engaging in our faith and growing in our relationship with God and with others? Remembering the Sabbath isn't locking ourselves away in a quiet room doing nothing. While you can, that's not all that it means to be and remember the Sabbath. A lot of what it means to remember the Sabbath is to remember God's creation. To take time to reconnect, to be reminded of who and whose we are. Remembering the Sabbath is a way of remembering that the world doesn't revolve around us, and that it's important for us to reconnect to the one who has created us. That can be hard even in the summer when we're traveling and visiting, spending time at water parks and amusement parks and with friends and family we don't get to see very often. It can be hard to remember the Sabbath, to take time to rest and to reconnect to the God that has created us. That's one of the challenges I have for you this week. Find time to reconnect, to remember who God is, to remember the one who created you. Today I want to offer you a way to spend a little bit of Sabbath time, whether it's today or tomorrow or even every day this week, spending time reflecting and reconnecting to God. And today I want to share a prayer out of the book Out of the Ordinary, Prayers, Poems, and Reflections for Every Season by Joyce Rupp. The prayer for today is entitled Praying with the Five Senses. I invite you to listen through once and then perhaps replay this later in the day or later in the week so that you can pause it and spend time in reflection and prayer for yourself. Praying the five senses. Smell, taste, see, hear, touch. To understand the world, knowledge is not enough. You must see it, touch it, live in its presence, and drink the vital heat of existence in the very heart of reality. Breathe, smell. Genesis 2:7. Then God formed humankind from the dust of the ground and breathed into humankind's nostrils the breath of life. Psalm 141, verse 2. Let my prayer be counted as incense before you. Do this. Go for a walk. Give yourself the gift of breathing. Notice your breath. Celebrate the fact that you are alive. Be aware of breathing in life and breathing out what is not life-giving. Take time to reflect. What is the incense of your life that is being offered to God? When you've taken time to reflect, offer the following prayer. Taste and savor. Psalm 34, verse 8. Taste and see that God is good. From Psalm 81, verse 16. I would feed you with the finest of wheat, and with honey from the rock I would satisfy you. Do this. As you eat your meals today, savor every bite. Take time to enjoy all the different flavors. Chew slowly. Be grateful for the gift of nourishment on all levels of your life. Reflect on this. What does the goodness of God taste like to you? When you've taken time to reflect, offer the following prayer. See and observe. Psalm 63:2. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary. From Mark chapter 10, verse 21. Jesus, looking at him, loved him. Do this. Find something in nature. Look long at it. Befriend it. See all of its details, size, shape, color, texture. Then take a piece of paper and sketch it. Take time to reflect on this. What do you see of God's presence in your life? How do you look upon others with love? When you've taken time to reflect, offer the following prayer. Hear and listen. Isaiah 55. Listen carefully to me. Incline your ear and come to me. Listen so that you may live. 1 Samuel 3, verse 10. Your servant is listening. Do this. Sit very, very quietly. Be still. Listen to all the sounds around you. Listen to all the sounds that are within you. After your time of listening, make a list of what you have heard. Take time to reflect. What do you hear in the silence of your heart? When you've taken time to reflect, offer the following prayer. Touch and feel. Hosea 11, verse 4. I was to them like those who lift infants to their cheeks. Luke chapter 8, verse 46. But Jesus said, someone touched me, for I noticed that power had gone out from me. Do this. Spend time with your hands. Touch the texture of skin. Notice the bumps, ridges, contours. Feel the shape and size of your hands. Close your eyes and touch your hands again. Imagine God holding your hands. Reflect on this. What does God's hand in your hand feel like? After you've taken time to reflect, offer the following prayer. I hope you take time this week to spend some time in prayer with your five senses. Yesterday in worship, I introduced our Church on the Go kits. This is a kit that I hope will help those of us who are traveling throughout the summer, whether it's vacation or family reunions, camping, or traveling for sporting events and activities. It's important for us to remember the Sabbath. It's important for us to spend time in worship with others. And I hope that these kits will help with just that. Within these kits is an instruction book, some activities, and different ways for you to spend time in worship with those you are traveling with. These kits aren't an excuse to skip worship, but if you're out of town, we hope that you will take one and use it while you're away. We also hope that you'll share with us what you're doing. In these kits, you'll find a flat Jesus. I hope that he will travel with you wherever you go this summer, and that you'll take time to take a picture with him. When you take a selfie, make sure you post it to the church's Facebook page and use the hashtag FCC Perry and also the hashtag FlatJesus, so that we can see where you are and what adventures you are on with Jesus. I hope that no matter where the summer takes you, that you will take time for Sabbath rest. I hope that you will remember that how you reflect God out into the world really matters. And I hope that you know how you share Jesus with others matters too. Thanks for watching this edition of Monday Matters.